Have you ever wanted to do a magic trick with technology? Give a computer a command that sounds so out there, so impossible, and then just watch it happen? Well, today we're going to pull back the curtain on a piece of tech that does exactly that. So let's see how the trick is done. Okay, so picture this. You say this to an AI. You're not asking it to find a video or show you some stock footage. Nope. You're telling it to create, completely from scratch, a video of a cat dancing in the rain. I mean, it sounds like something out of science fiction, right? A fun little test just to see where the AI gives up. But here's the thing, it didn't give up. The AI took the request, and a few moments later, boom, it spat out a brand new 10-second video loop of a surprisingly happy-looking cat dancing away in the rain. The impossible? Well, it just became possible. The real question is, how? Well, the magician behind this particular trick has a name, OpenClaw. And you gotta understand, this isn't just another chatbot you have a quick conversation with. No, this is something fundamentally different, and it's totally changing how we think about AI assistants.
So what makes OpenClaw so special? It all comes down to that last word right there. It acts. See, it's what we call an AI agent. It's designed so you can talk to it with normal language, sure, but its whole purpose is to take real actions in the world on your behalf.
Let's break down that difference, because it's a big one. A chatbot is basically passive. You ask a question, it gives you an answer. It's like an encyclopedia. But an AI agent like OpenClaw, it's proactive. You give it a task, and it actually figures out how to do it. It can browse the web, it can edit your files, it can run code to get a job done. It's the difference between an encyclopedia and an actual employee. So how in the world does it get all these abilities? Well, the secret to its power lies in this really simple but brilliant idea called skills. This is what takes it from just being a smart tool to a true digital workforce.
A skill is really just a pre-built set of instructions. And honestly, the best way to think about them is just like apps for your phone, right? You don't need to teach your phone how to give you directions. You just install a Maps app. It's the same idea with OpenClaw. You install a skill and bam, it suddenly knows how to do a brand new thing.
And here's where it gets wild. We're not talking about just a few of these skills. There are over 13,000 of them, all built and shared by this massive open source community. You've got skills to book flights, skills to clear your inbox, and yeah, one skill that lets it create videos. The potential here is it's practically limitless. So let's get back to our cat dancing in the rain. Now that we understand this whole concept of skills, we can finally connect the dots and reveal exactly how that little magic trick was pulled off. The secret was one specific skill called Remotion. Think of it like installing a full video editing suite directly into the AI's brain. The moment that skill is active, OpenClaw gets the power to turn a simple text description into a video sequence. It can even create animations, like cool stick figure animations, just from a prompt. And the process for the user is incredibly simple. Seriously. First, you just tell OpenClaw to install the Remotion skill. Second, you give it your prompt. In this case, our dancing cat. Or you could even give it an audio file, like an MP3 of a narration, and tell it to create a stick figure animation to match the story. And third, the agent just uses the skill's instructions to build and deliver the final video. That's it. Now, creating fun videos is just scratching the surface. The real power of an agent like OpenClaw is its ability to become the central hub for running entire, complex operations. And that brings both massive potential and, yeah, a need for some precautions. I mean, just listen to this quote from a real user, Alex McFarland. It perfectly captures the scale of this. He's using OpenClaw to run his entire business. Newsletters, content, YouTube, client work, all of it. For him, it's not just an assistant. It's like a co-CEO, a chief agent officer managing all these different parts of his company. And the use cases are just so broad. You've got people using it to automate their social media posts, manage complicated projects by having it create and track tasks for them, and even write, debug, and deploy entire websites and apps. This all sounds absolutely incredible, right? But it leads to a very, very important question. If this thing can access your files and run code on your computer, how do you make sure it's actually safe? This is where we have to be smart. And here's the catch. The open source nature of these skills is kind of a double-edged sword. On one hand, it leads to incredible innovation. On the other, it means anyone can create a skill, including someone with bad intentions. Just downloading and installing skills without checking them is a huge security risk. So here's the safety protocol. It's a simple 4-step process. 1. Always read the skill file yourself. It's just plain text. 2. Copy the code and paste it into another trusted AI, like Claude, and ask it to scan for any security risks. 3. Ask that same AI to rewrite a cleaner, safer version for you. And 4. Deploy the cleaned up version, not the original you downloaded. It's a simple process that keeps you protected. So when you combine this incredible power with using it responsibly, what you're left with is a complete paradigm shift. OpenClaw isn't just a tool you use, it's more like a team member you direct. And that's really the key takeaway here. We're moving past the era of AI being a passive assistant that just answers our questions. We are now entering the age of AI as an active, autonomous workforce that you can scale, customize, and deploy to handle real, meaningful work 24/7. It's almost like waking up one day and realizing you have this infinitely scalable team of employees, ready for any task you can dream up. The only real limit is your own creativity. So, what's the first project you'd give them?